Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, we're going to be continuing on cards number 3 and 4 of the Simple Stories card kit, Remember. Okay, I got this from my little scrapbook store, and all links will be listed down below in the more section. So these are the 2 cards that we're going to be completing, and I'm going to go ahead and start pulling out the first card. So this is the base for that. And then we're also going to need this piece here. And then now we're going to bring over the chipboard and some of the other elements so we can grab everything we need for that. We have the tag. I want to say there was a large flower that we're also kind of punching out. I have to hold it a certain way because I want to make sure I don't tear it. It's such a beautiful flower. These cards are really, really beautiful. We have this element from the chipboard. And then we also have to get, I believe it's a heart. Just double checking the color. And there we go. So we're using these 3 hearts as well. So 1 there and then 2 down there. All right. And then that's it. So let's grab our card base. And all of these card bases, I think I forgot to mention in the first video, they are pre-scored. So all you have to do is fold them over. And I use my bone folder just to make sure I get a nice crease. And then I use tape and glue. If this is your first time doing cards, using tape and glue allows you a little bit of time that when you lay it down, it doesn't become permanent right away. If you need to adjust, move anything, that glue gives you just a little bit of time to where you can pull it back up and not tear anything, okay? So I use that method a lot of times whenever I'm using tape runner. I always use glue. Now, there will be times where I just use the glue by itself. That innately gives you time because the glue doesn't dry away instantly. So if you're just using wet glue, you could put it down and move it all you want. I like having both. All right, so now we got the gold strip down. Not gold, it's almost like a mustard yellow. And now we're going to do the tag. And we're going to go ahead and lay this down. And had I thought, hindsight being 2020, I would have put my thread in the opening of the tag before I glued it down. I didn't, but I'm going to show you how we're going to fix that when we go to finish it up, okay? So we got that laid down, and now we're going to do our other elements. So we have the flower, which I'm going to do a little bit of glue, but it's going to be mostly oh yeah, I guess I used a lot of tape, but I am going to put glue all over it as well. And I've been using this glue press from My Sweet Petunia, and if you don't have one, I suggest it only because it does help as far as squeezing. I like that it also has the 2 different nib size for how much glue comes out. So I would suggest it to anybody if you haven't had one or gotten one yet. All right, and for the chipboard, we're just going to go straight to glue. All right, and then once we get that glued up, we're going to put that on the slight angle. And then we'll get the hearts down. And don't worry, if you're using anything like Barely Art Glue or Art Glitter Glue, the glue dries clear. So if any of it gets out or squeezes out because you put too much on, don't panic. It'll dry clear. It's not going to mess up your project. All right. And there we have it. And now I was thinking this is where I actually wind up grabbing the thread because I was like, oh, I should have put some gold thread on here, and I happen to have some still on my desk. So I'm just gonna roll off some, double it up a few times, and make my own bow. And basically, I'm just tying a knot. So that way it's a thick enough knot in the center, and then I can just glue it down right in the center of the circle, and it will help it look like it's more, it was there from the beginning type thing. And I like how that looks with the gold thread. And I just put the art glitter glue down, and eventually if you hold it there for just a few seconds, the glue will hold, and then you'll be all set. And then I'm just going to put this one to the side so you can see it's like the gold threads are coming out. Oh, before I put it up so it can dry, I am going to hit it with the splatters, because when we're done with these 8 cards, I want them to all have the same cohesiveness. So whatever gems I would use, if I was using gems, I would try and use them on all the cards to have it all be cohesive. Now for a quick cleanup, and we're going to go on to card number 3. Now, card number 3 is probably one of my favorites. And I'm not going to say it's because it has a film strip kind of style in it, but it might be because of that. All right, so let's start with the bottom, with the base card. And then we're going to grab, I think it's this upper one, the cream flowered one that I had my hand on. I'm looking just to make sure there wasn't another one someplace else, and it's not, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that out. And if you pull your pieces off and they have like little nubs on it, you can take your sanding block and just kind of sand those off if it bothers you. For me, it doesn't really bother me. When you're done, you don't really see it, but you know, to each his own type thing. All right. So this is how this card is going to wind up being. I think it's so cute. All right. Now we're going to grab the other elements, which is this flower with the butterfly, which is super cute. And then we have the chipboard elements that we have to grab, which is the butterfly, the banner that says with sympathy, and 2 hearts. So let's punch those out real quick. Butterfly. I think I already got the banner out. And then the other thing is the heart. Yeah, green heart and a pink heart. Got it. All right. So let's put it together. And you can see just how easy this is. And after you start using these kits often enough, it really does come together so easily, and you're able to see a lot of what you need before even reading it, because you get used to, you know, using these. And almost every collection Simple Stories makes, they have a card kit for it. So I find them to be a lot, to me, they're fun to do. And again, the glue, and then with the tape, and then we're going to line it up right on the edge. There we go. And then we're going to do the bottom strips. I think I really like this one because this one had a lot to put together on it. Doing the vertical piece, and then the ones that are going horizontal, and then all the other layered bits on top. Yeah, this one was fun. Okay, so now we're going to do the strip. And I did forget, there is one extra thing that I do to this one that we'll talk about here in a second. I like to make cards, and I have gotten what's called peel-offs from Love with Lizzie. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of her. She's over in the UK, and she has card like kits and collections and things like that she does, but I love the peel-offs, and I really enjoy using them for cards because they're long enough. They can go vertical or horizontal, and you don't have to cut it up. But if you have individual or small pieces, you can, you know, even split them up if you needed to. But I'm just going to put a little bit of glue because I had already attached everything. I knew I wasn't going to be able to wrap the peel off around. so it would be nice and secure. So I wanted to make sure this doesn't move. And all this one does, this one is like a brushed gold. So it's not like it stands out a whole lot, but it just gives a little bit of something something on this particular card. So now we're going to lay down the film strip, which I thought was so darling because I've been loving the film strips from 49 and Market in their collections. And then to have this be in this card kit, I was like, that's funny. But what a great idea. You know, with those film strips, there's open spots. You could put a solid piece of paper right behind it and stamp sayings, or, you know, that's really smart actually now that I think about it. So you can get inspiration from even these card kits that are already pre-done. So we're just adding on our layers, and I'm following the photo to my left. So we added the glue. Now we're going to do the butterfly. So just like I did with the other one on our first video, I'm just putting a little bit of glue right in the center. I'm going to press and hold that down, and then I'm going to just a little bit lift up the wings so it looks like the butterfly is like it just landed for a second. I like how that looks. And then we got our green heart, and then we're going to put our little pink heart right to the right side of it. And then that's it. We're going to hit it with some splatter. Boom, boom, boom. And then that's it. And I know it always looks like I'm doing a lot of splatters, but a lot of times it's going all over the place, but where I want it. And then this is the one that we did first. So those are the final two cards. And here are some close-ups as we end the video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them down below. And if you would like, or if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and giving the video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys with next week's video. We're going to do cards number 5 and 6 as we continue the series. Thanks again. Have a great one.